Hi everyone, welcome back to Simple English with Ivy Cat. When you say she's a good person or that was a good movie, what does that really mean? It's vague. Using more specific, vivid words creates a stronger impact and helps your English sound more natural. Watch till the end because I'll tell you how you can download a free PDF guide with all these alternatives and examples so you can keep practicing anytime. Let's dive in. Let's start by alternatives for good when talking about experiences. The first one is thrilling. It means an experience full of excitement, adrenaline, often fast-paced or full of action. Use it when talking about activities that make your heart race, like sports, amusement parks, or adventures. Here's an example. The roller coaster ride was thrilling. I couldn't stop screaming and laughing at the same time. The next one is relaxing. This is an experience that makes you feel calm, peaceful, and free from stress. Use it when talking about holidays, spa days, slow weekends, quiet moments. Here's an example. Our weekend at the beach was so relaxing. I felt all my stress disappear. Now, let's look at this one. Memorable. This is an experience that is so special that you remember it for a long time. Use it when talking about birthdays, events, family gatherings, experiences worth keeping in your memory. Here's an example. My birthday party this year was so memorable because all my relatives surprised me. Now, let's look at the following. Breathtaking. This is an experience that is so beautiful and amazing that it literally takes your breath away. So where can we use this one? Use it when talking about views, landscapes, art, or something visually stunning. Here's an example. The view from the mountain was breathtaking. I couldn't believe how beautiful it was. The next one is unforgettable. This is an experience that is impossible to forget because it made a huge emotional impact. So use this when talking about big trips, concerts, weddings, and life milestones. Here's an example. Our trip to Paris was unforgettable. I'll never forget walking under the Eiffel Tower at night. Let's look at this one. Profound. This is an experience that is deep, that is meaningful, with a strong emotional or intellectual impact. Use this when talking about speeches, books, realizations, or conversations that changed your thinking. Here's an example. The speech had a profound effect on me. It really changed how I see the world. The next one is life-changing. This is an experience that completely changes the way you live or think. So use it when talking about big experiences like moving abroad or studying abroad. even adopting a new habit. Here's an example. Volunteering abroad was a life-changing experience. It opened my eyes to a new culture. Now, let's look at this one. Meaningful. This is an experience that is personal and full of importance or emotional value. Use it when talking about moments that matter deeply to you, like family traditions or heartfelt conversations. Here's an example. Spending time with my grandparents is always meaningful. I treasure every moment. Okay, so now let's dive into alternatives for good when talking about people. The first one is kind. This is someone who is caring, considerate, or someone who treats others well. Use this when talking about someone's personality or behavior. Here's an example. She's such a kind teacher, always patient with her students. The next one is thoughtful. This is someone who shows care by thinking about other people's needs and feelings. So use it when someone does something considerate or pays attention to details that matters. Here's an example. It was very thoughtful of you to bring me soup when I was sick. Now let's look at this one. Creative. This is someone who's full of new ideas, imagination, and originality. So use it when talking about artists, problem solvers, designers, writers, or anyone who thinks differently. Here's an example. He's a creative designer who always comes up with fresh ideas. Now let's look at this one. Talented. This is someone who is naturally skilled or gifted at something. So use it when talking about musicians, athletes, artists, or anyone who's very skilled. Here's an example. She's a talented pianist who's been playing since she was 5. The next one is accomplished. This is someone who's highly trained, skilled, or successful in their field. So use it when talking about professionals, experts, or people with significant achievements. Here's an example. He's an accomplished scientist who has published many studies. The next one is inspiring. This is someone who motivates others through their actions or character. Use it when talking about leaders, role models, teachers, or people who influence you positively. Here's an example. Her story is inspiring. It makes me want to work harder. Now let's look at this one. Charming. This is someone who's pleasant, attractive, and delightful to be around. So use it when talking about personality and social skills, not just the looks. Let's look at this example. The host was charming and made everyone feel at ease. All right, now let's look at alternatives for good when talking about things. The first one is beautiful. This is something that is very pleasing to the eye, elegant or attractive. So use it when talking about art, people, clothes, places, and decorations. Let's look at this example. What a beautiful painting. It looks amazing in this room. The next one is delicious. This is something that is very tasty and enjoyable to eat. So use it when talking about food and drinks. Here's an example. The pasta was absolutely delicious. I need the recipe. Then we have comfortable. This is something that is pleasant and makes you feel relaxed. Use it when talking about furniture, clothes, places, or experiences that feel easy and relaxing. Here's an example. This sofa is so comfortable, I could sit here all day. Then we have efficient. This is something that works well and does something quickly without wasting time or resources. So use it when talking about machines, systems, or people. Here's an example. The new software is efficient and saves us a lot of time. Then we have durable. This is something strong and long-lasting. So use it when talking about materials, products, tools, or furniture. Here's an example. These boots are durable and can handle any weather. The next one is exquisite. This is something that is extremely beautiful and delicate with high quality. Use this when talking about jewelry, clothes, food, art, and rare items. Here's an example. She wore an exquisite necklace at the event. Here's our last alternative of the day, phenomenal. This refers to something extraordinary, impressive, and almost unbelievable. So use it when talking about achievements, performances, or big results. Here's an example. The athlete's performance was phenomenal. He broke the world record. Now, here's my challenge for you. For the next 7 days, try replacing good with more descriptive words. Instead of good job, try fantastic job, impressive effort, or amazing work. The more precise your words, the more confident and interesting you'll sound. And that's it for today's lesson. Now you have lots of powerful alternatives to replace the word good and sound more natural and confident in English. To make things even easier for you, I've created a free PDF guide with all the words and examples from this video. You can find the link to download it in the description below. If this lesson helped you, don't forget to like, share it with your friend, and subscribe for more simple and clear English lessons. Thanks for watching and see you next time.